My name is Liz Cottrell. I'm a curator here at the National Museum of Natural History at the Smithsonian Institution and director of the Global Volcanism Program. I've always loved science ever since I was a little kid. My dad would take me down in the basement. We'd do science experiments. We built a model of an atom one time. We'd play with electric fields and magnets, making electromagnetic compasses. You don't need to be the top mathematician in your school to have a career in science, not at all. Doing well in your science classes and math classes certainly helps in the sciences because a lot of science does come down to having some quantitative skills, but there's other skills that are equally important. Good communication skills are really important. I think the most successful scientists are those with good writing skills, good presentation skills, good people skills, good teamwork skills. That's a really fun thing about science. It's a lot of teamwork. I think the most important thing in school is just to pursue what you're interested in. You become really passionate about it, pursue it, and see what the next step is. Well, is there a local lab I can go and work in? Becoming a scientist is a bit of an apprenticeship. You find a mentor and you apprentice yourself to that mentor and you try to learn everything you can from that person. And then someday you become the teacher and you start teaching the next generation. I didn't know what kind of scientist I wanted to be. Chemistry became my favorite subject in high school, and it was only when I took a class in college on volcanoes on other planets that I became really fascinated with planetary science and structures on other planets. Wanting to go to that higher level in science also came through a conversation with my dad where we were talking about what it means to be a scientist as a career. And him saying, well, you really need to be discovering new things that people have never discovered before. And that just really appealed to me, the idea of being an explorer and an adventurer, and at the same time understanding the natural world. I love my job. I love my job as a scientist. I love my job here at the Smithsonian. My schedule is my own. That's a great thing if you have a family because it makes me really flexible. I can go pick my daughter up in the afternoon and hang out with her and play with her. But if I do that, then after she goes to bed, I have to work again at night.
Oh, you showed Dad that you are.
I could never stay home and give up working as a scientist, and I can't imagine life without my daughter, Madeline. I teach my daughter about science all the time, even though she's only 2 years old. I try to give her the most accurate explanation that I can. You know, just the other day, we were biking home from work and she looked up at the sky and it was daylight and she said, "Where'd the moon go? Where'd the moon go?" And, you know, to tell her, oh, the sun is shining so brightly that we don't see the moon, was a more accurate answer than the moon went to sleep. So it's fun to see her learn about all this stuff. It's really important to me as a scientist that people understand the scientific process, that science isn't making guesses, that it's a system of testing ideas in order to arrive at what really is the truth. And helping people to understand that process is really important to me, and there's no place better to do that than the Smithsonian.